Sorry for missing last week. It's been just very busy. My assistant at work had to go on maternity leave, so I'm doing her job and my job right now. So it didn't give me. I did work a lot at home. It just didn't give me as much time to work to make the video. But this week, you guys are gonna get a double video. I hope you enjoy it. But before that, I want to show you a beautiful morning. I think this is just simply gorgeous. weekend, working pretty hard. We had a couple extra days off too, which gave me the chance to do some more work. I wanted to show you what I have done. I'm sorry I didn't film the process of making a lot of this, because such a small space in here is hard to work. But let me show you what I've got. Okay, so I put in all of the party backer. I just need to do the little inside there after I cut off all that stuff. I did put expanding foam just to have extra insurance that the water is not going to go through, it's not going to leak. I end up doing all the way, and there was a small crack on there that I wanted to fill out too. So I ended up doing all of this. Apparently I missed a small hole right there. We painted it a ugly green color that you can sort of see at the top, but I didn't like it, so I covered it with the same kind of bluish gray that we had in the kitchen, because I like that color and it gives it a lot of light. We finished up all the siding. I installed the toilet. I put it looks just like that, but it's silicone. It's sanded so that it matches that once at least we clean it. I put all the trim, but I'm waiting for the paint to dry completely, and we'll take it off. And I did the window seal again, all the way to the top, but of course I need to go and fill out all those gaps in there. And then on the other side, I start hanging those things. I put it in the doorknob, we painted the door, we did a couple of touch-ups. I finished up the last piece of wall back there, so I could put the last piece here and around. I took the old hinges and just got some really good quality Rust-Oleum and spray painted them black, and they look really nice. And then of course I did the ceiling, which I like. I'm not 100% sure it's going to stay wood colored or this wood, we'll see. And then I cleaned and repaired and kind of spray painted the plastic with white over the vent, and now it works really well. So this is what we've done so far. All right, so our initial plan to make a ledge for for the shower didn't work out because, let me show you, it was too thin. And I mean, not wide enough. It needed to be out to here. So I got frustrated with it and I went out into the garden and I found a rock that has been there for a while. And so I ended up cutting it. Has a nice live edge to it. It needs cleaning. But I passed it through the wet towel saw and looks very interesting. This is just a scrap. But this is the underside. And let's see if I can turn it. This is the regular side, and once we scrape all of this off and clean it off, I'm going to notch it into here to go into the shower. So we'll see how it ends up looking.
Oh, are you not putting serrated whatever in it?
There we go. From the garden, that's right. So we got to work today quite a bit, and what do you call it? The piling is taking longer than we expected, but it's okay. It's coming out very good. I wanted to show you how it looks like. All right, so we did a bit more. As you saw earlier, we finished up the shelf. It's from a rock that I found on our property, and I ended up we're gonna have to cover it with something because it just looks very dry gray right now. But we've gotten to about 6 feet, so there's only slightly more than 2 feet left, I think. So the idea is that we're going to be doing this ceiling in there, and we're going to have to dry lock it a lot. Okay, it's time for us to clean our shop because we need to transform this into a bedroom here pretty soon because we're going to be having family in the 3 weeks coming.
Fire. So we have been making this fire out here, and we have been working a lot and cleaning, and this has been very fun. We're burning stuff today because we don't really want more things and big messes. So Dad walking away. Here's the firewood.
So we're almost done with the bathroom. So I wanted to show you where we are. Hold on. Okay, so just put the blinds on, which I'm excited about. But most importantly, the shower has been tiled all the way to the top. Main thing that we're needing to do now is go ahead and do the grout, seal it, and then I'll be able to finally pull the plumbing through. And it's just waiting. It's in the back, it's pre-cut. I just need to add everything. So I'm pretty excited about this. Alright, this is pretty much the last step, except minor things for the shower. So I consider it's pretty much done, but let me show you what I have done in the last few things that we need to do and see if things work out. Alright, so first of all, I got done with all the plumbing in the back. I brought it all the way to the top. I had a tiny bit mishap that I did fix later, but up there it came off, so I re-glued it. I think it works just fine. We did actually have to pull the wire through. It was getting stuck somewhere, so there are a few holes that we've put in, and I'm going to be closing those. This is the bedroom though, so we'll be doing it another time. But after months, we're finally having we have all new electric in this room. I'm excited about that. So once I get done with all of this, I'm also going to be closing the back of it, which is great. I still need to figure out what to do with this big space in there. The one thing that I'll need to do here in just a second, I'm going to open. I don't really like the type of vent or the intake for the vent that they put in. It is too big. I also need new filters. Let's see. So the reason I'm opening this is because I don't know if you can see it right there. Right below there is below the shower. And the way they had made it, there was just a big open space that was sucking in air. It was pulling in air, so I closed it up. But it's the low spot, so if there is any leak in the sink, I mean in the what do you call it, in the shower, you'll see it coming out there. But I got to do all the outside framing of this. I had to make my own bull noses because it was just, I couldn't find the size that I wanted, so I got 2x4s, did them. I cleaned the pan, and we have sealed the whole shower all the way to the top. Let me turn off the light really quick in there. But that's what the top looks like, and I'm very excited. But the one thing that we need to see is whether there is water leakage. So let's turn on some water. Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the water. Can you make sure there's no leaking on that side?
The side here?
Yep. I mean, it might be turned on. I don't think it is, but it might be. So are you ready? Yeah. Oh, these things are a bit stiff. Alright, so I could hear the water going through. Well, the next thing we need to do is turn on the shower. Somehow.
Stuff at the bottom.
Without getting wet.
Do you want me to do it?
Let me... I don't know what the settings are for it. There we go. Yeah, it's coming out a little bit, but that's fine. Alright, now let me go on the other side. Make sure that there's no leakage. There is a little bit. Interesting. See, the leakage doesn't come from the... comes from this. Alright, so last time we left off when we were having a little bit of a leak, and there are a few things I needed to adjust, and everything is working fine now, but let me tell you what happened. Alright, so we left off where this valve here was a faulty one, and it was dripping out of the inside. I couldn't do anything. I just went and bought a new one, and I also got the one with the red handle anyway to differentiate the hot from the cold water. Anyway, so I got all of this done, and I went all the way up, but as you see, I have spliced in there. Well, let me just say this is the 4th splice, and part of it is I was making a mistake I did not know about. So initially I'd put a female end to this that was CPVC, but when I was trying to tighten the tighten the shower head, it was not sealing enough, and it was always dripping just a little bit. And if I tighten it too much, it would destroy the threads. So I ended up getting one that comes with a metal end, which is great, and it works great. And let me show you, I had to make one more change. And I'd like to show you what that one is. We were having an issue with the shower head spilling water off to the end. So what I ended up doing is I ended up getting a different, I think they call these necks or whatever, where they're really meant for those rain shower heads or whatever they're called. It's a little bit longer, it's about 1 foot long, and it's a 90-degree. So now it sprays down rather than toward the curtain. So we don't have any issues. We also were having a little bit of an issue with leakage at the very bottom. Right in there, there was a little tiny spot that the water came from, tracked it down after a little while. And then I went ahead and I put silicone for wet locations all the way around. And now everything is good to go. No leakage or anything.